In searching for justice tonight, Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward of up to $2,500 for information leading to an arrest in the murder of Christopher Triplett.
Triplett was found shot to death on July 12, 2020. He was found behind the wheel of a 2020 brown or gold Chevy Malibu. The car was parked on Beechwood Street in the city of River Rouge. His family is pleading for help finding his killer.
We need closure. Y'all please help us find the killer that did this to him so we can get some type of peace.
And if you have any information about Christopher Triplett's murder, contact Crime Stoppers. The number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP, and you can remain anonymous.
What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Po Ro. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like the video if you appreciate the content that Po Ro and What's the Numbers I provided. Today we back to the profile piece. This one is on BMF Pig. In this video, we're going to talk about his early years coming up in Detroit. Then we'll speak about Pig's allegiance to one of the biggest drug organizations in the United States history. After that, we will break down Pig's numerous arrests and jail stints before finally dissecting the situation where BMF Pig will end up losing his life. Christopher Triplett, better known as Pig, is from Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is a city that's known for breeding some of the biggest hustlers in the United States. Pig, who was known to be cool, calm, and collected, would make his entry into the street life from an early age. He would form a relationship with two brothers by the name of Demetrius and Terry Flannery, who would become known as Big Meech and Southwest T. The Flannery brothers would go on to start a drug organization named the Black Mafia Family, aka BMF. And when they branched out to states outside of Detroit, Michigan, Pig would play a part in the expansion. Although cool with both brothers, Pig ended up being a part of Southwest T's part of the organization. Pig was known to tear up the highway, making sure the product got where it needed to be. Pig was well known and liked within the BMF organization, but the first time he made headlines and caught the attention of the federal authorities was in April of 2004, when he and Calvin Playboy Sparks, another BMF member, were stopped outside of St. Louis and caught with 9 kilos of coke. After the arrest, a call was made from Calvin Playboy Sparks' two brothers to Southwest T, where the brothers were concerned about their brother Playboy having to do time and take the fall for the drugs found during the arrest. They were initially concerned when they talked with Southwest T that Pig would turn state's evidence and begin to cooperate and would hurt their brother and cause them to be incarcerated. Southwest T told them that they didn't need to worry because Pig would live up to his responsibilities and remain solid, and also that the attorney they hired would let them know if Pig was going to cooperate anyway, and basically they had no reason to worry. That call went down in BMF history, as it was used with other calls that Southwest T was recorded having to secure the indictment against him and his brother Big Meech, along with a bunch of other members of BMF. Pig would take his lick and go on to serve about 8 years in prison. He returned to the streets sometime in 2012, eager to regain some of the motion he had before he got locked up. With Meech and Southwest T still locked up in the feds, BMF was kinda in disarray, quickly becoming a thing of the past. But Pig wasn't about to sit around and be broke, so he decided to do what he does best and jump back into the streets as a way to get himself some money. But unfortunately for him, that didn't last too long, because in August of 2014, Pig was arrested once again on the highway when Ohio State troopers stopped Pig's vehicle for a speed violation. The stop led to the troopers using a drug-sniffing canine, which then led to a search of the vehicle that Pig was driving, where they ended up finding a key of heroin under the air filter in the engine compartment. Pig was booked on charges of possession of heroin with intent to distribute, and eventually ended up being sentenced to 4 years in jail. He came home sometime in 2018 and returned to Detroit to be with his family. He also returned to the party life, which if you know anything about BMF, partying was what they did. Pig was constantly out in the clubs of whatever city he was in at the time. In May of 2020, Southwest T was released early from the feds during the whole coronavirus pandemic and reunited with one of his best friends, BMF Pig, soon after. The two reconnected in the free world for the first time in almost 15 years, but to them, it felt like they hadn't missed a beat. They took pictures that were posted on social media, and you could see the joy they had to be reunited with the family. Although Southwest T was still on house arrest, it was better than being in prison. Both Pig and Southwest T were back in their hometown of Detroit, just waiting for their chance to put their newest plan into motion, hopefully on the legal side of things this time around. But unfortunately for them, that chance will never present itself, because in July 2020, Pig was found shot to death in the River Road section of Detroit. Authorities say Pig, who was 48 years old at the time of his death, was shot by an unknown person at around 11:50 p.m. and was found the next morning behind the wheel of a 2020 Chevy Malibu that was parked up. So far, no one has been arrested for Pig's murder. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. There's a quick profile piece on BMF Pig, real name Christopher Triplett. Now, you know, he was well-known BMF member, but he was also original 263 when the split happened. You know, he was with the 263 side, Southwest T side of the organization. Him and T was close in age. Meech was older than them, so you know, I guess that was T's man at first. So, you know, they all crew, but you know, I guess he was closer with the Southwest T side of the organization. Him and Southwest T reconnected when Southwest came home, and they was out hanging. They were like hanging out in the crib and all that, cause you know, Southwest T is still on house arrest, so he couldn't really do so much. But they got pictures of them hanging around together. His girl, there was a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? They still had a lot of love for each other, happy to see each other, you know what I'm saying? Now, he did get caught with a lot of work during his time running the streets, you know, running around in the game. But from what I see, he was never a rat. As far as what I see, I don't see no paperwork. I don't see no things that show that he told, none of that stuff. He got posts on his Instagram where he says that he ain't never told on nobody. You know, he prides himself on that. Even Southwest T in that conversation that he had with the dude's brothers that he got locked up with, he was saying that Pig's gonna stand up person, take the rap for what he gotta take the rap for and things like that. Now, other people in Terry's side of the organization did tell though, like his underboards, his right hand man that was running things back in Detroit, they told. But as far as Pig, I don't see nothing where it says Pig was an informant. Now, there's a lot of people out there still repping for him after his death. You know, he got family, he got kids, people like that still got like hold him in high regard, you know, speak good about him and things like that. Now, it's a bunch of different rumors onto why he was killed, but nothing definite as far as the real reason it happened yet. Now, they got his family got news interviews and things like that, Crime Stoppers, where they're trying to get justice, but I don't know for sure the real reason why what happened to him. You understand what I'm saying? But if you know, the BMF show is on Stars, a new season's on the way. Will they show Pig in the show when it drops and it gets further on into the story? We gotta wait and see. But you know, it is out there. Right? The show is actually filming. Next season's on its way. Big Meech supposed to be getting out of jail soon. So it's still, BMF is back. You know, they had their little downtime when after the indictments, after everybody got sentenced and all that. But you know, recently a lot of them been coming home. J-Bo came home. He caught a new charge. Southwest T home. You know, he on house arrest still. Misha, somebody might be getting out next year. If not, 2028 right now. It's his release date. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? This is a quick profile piece on BMF Pig, you know, out of Detroit. You understand? Original BMF, 263, all that good stuff, man. If you mess with the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're about to be 96,000 strong on our way to 100K. Follow the Instagram, What's the Numbers TV. Any business, Paul Rowe, What's the Numbers at yahoo.com. Follow my partner, Batty Bills, on IG. Salute to Federal A. And to salute to all the members of the Mobb. Become a member of the channel. You get to you know, see all the old lives, all the videos that's on private, that's on members only. We got a bunch of them up there. And on that note, we out of here, man. It's Paul Rowe, What's the Numbers TV. Peace.